Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. You remember 2 days ago during the unveiling of Raila Amolo Odinga, Museveni castigated BABU OWINO for his close relationship with Bobi Wine. Now, the first person that reacted to Museveni's remarks was BABU OWINO. And then Edwin Sifuna also reacted. But then this matter, or rather the speech by Museveni, did not sit well with Bobi Wine. But that was also expected. So Bobi Wine also decided to react to Museveni's attack. And told Museveni that the fundamental problem is the fact that he has been staying in power, or he has stayed in power for more than 30 years. So I want to take you to this video by Bobi Wine. But again, there is another reaction from Joshua Maponga, who happens to be a self-proclaimed Pan-Africanist. There's a statement there which he has been sharing about his support for Museveni. So before I take you to those videos, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video. And by the way, thank you so much for everybody who has been supporting our channel, everybody who has been liking our videos, because without you, this channel cannot grow. Joshua Maponga is one of the self-proclaimed Pan-Africanist leaders who has always defended Museveni, saying that Museveni is doing the right thing. But Bobi Wine sees it differently.
We have Museveni surrounded from all corners. Comrade Babu OWINO, I want you to know that we continue irritating the dictator.
Bobi Wine looks at Museveni as someone who proclaimed himself to be a revolutionary, but slowly transformed to be a dictator. That is according to Bobi Wine. Joshua Maponga, on his other side, says people or youthful leaders don't understand the genesis of the struggles of nations. And he took a particular example of Zimbabwe. It took a particular example of Mobutu Sese Seko's area. Took a particular example of Uganda, saying that Uganda president is acting the way he's acting because of some reasons which youths don't understand. So I don't want to delve much on that part, but let's focus on this video from Bobi Wine first.
We have Museveni surrounded from all corners, from Europe up to Kenya. You saw him yesterday fighting with my friend Babu OWINO. Museveni, you are going to face it. When you go to Tanzania, you will face the same problem. You go to America, same problem. Europe, same problem. Why? Because you are wasted. You are used and useless. Free the people. Let them be. How does it feel to you when you came talking about fundamental change and now you're saying no change? You said Africa's problems are Africa's problem are the leaders that overstay in power. You are almost 40 years in power, but you don't want to be reminded of what you said. Comrade Babu OWINO, I want you to know that Malcolm X taught us, if the enemy does not fight you, then you're not making any progress. But if they fight you, then you are under their skin. Continue irritating the dictator. Together we shall liberate East Africa and Africa.
So based on this video from Bobi Wine, how many of you believe that the problem of Uganda is Museveni himself, just like many people think that the problem of Kenya is William Ruto? So for Uganda's case, do you think the problem of Uganda is Museveni? If you heard the statement during the unveiling of Raila Amolo Odinga, Museveni talked about food security and how he has managed to make Uganda a country that has a lot of food in surplus. And by that I agree with Museveni there, because these days, if you hear anything about maybe unga, anything about banana, you are always reminded of Uganda. Meat, milk, Uganda, sugarcane, Uganda. Why? Because they believed in food security. So there I give Museveni credit. But do you think that Museveni is being a dictator? Did he forget the revolutionary movement and started becoming a dictator.
These skeletons were right in the encampment of the Bear Battalion, just here, because the evidence is there, the trenches are there, these are the houses. I think this was Amari or something like that, because we attacked it twice. We have attacked this place twice. We attacked it on the 1st of June, 1983, and we attacked it the second time on the 24th of August, 1985. So I know it very well. I know all the hills and I know. No, after the third time, the first time I am the one who attacked it, the police station. So we know the place very well. Now, what is interesting is that the skulls and the skeletons are right inside the barracks here, where we are standing. Either in the barracks proper or just on the edge of the barracks.
What is the case here, ladies and gentlemen? Bobi Wine has a very, very interesting point, because Bobi Wine is defending Babu OWINO, and because they are both youthful leaders, I think they resonate well with each other. And I agree with Bobi Wine, by the way. Part of the biggest concern with Bobi Wine on Museveni is the fact that Museveni is planning to, hand over the presidency to his son, who is now, the CDF of Uganda. So there is that plan. This is also something that we've seen with Rwanda. I think Rwanda, Kagame is also doing the same thing. So let me take you to a video here, because Joshua Maponga seems to be having a different position. Joshua Maponga takes a different position on this issue of Museveni being a dictator, and why many youthful leaders should not blame Museveni, because they don't know about the struggle of Uganda, because they don't know that the way Museveni is acting is because he was shortchanged by the whites, just like what happened in Zimbabwe. So just watch this video from Joshua Maponga.
Museveni is not your problem.
I think he is.
No, listen to me, young man, and slow down. Don't put words in my mouth. I will help you to grow.
Yes.
Museveni is not your problem.
What is the problem?
Your policies are your problem.
Not the person.
Not the person. You can put Bobi Wine tomorrow. There's nothing Bobi Wine will change, because the same policies that I'm telling you about, unless you transform the system, there's nothing that a leader can do. So you put a leader in parliament who simply manages the same colonial system. There will be no difference, young man. You can put as many leaders and change as many as you want. That's why America can even put a dog as the president of America, and America will run.
I see.
Ask me why.
Why?
Because the system is built to protect American interests. And
so here we don't have
even if you put a cat, America will not close. So you are even lucky to have Museveni. Because he's got a better.
I'm not sure.
No,
I'm not sure. Being in power.
I don't want us to talk and tag each other.
Yes.
The indigenous governance systems we come from, which are royalty. Every generation comes with its leader and dies with the leader. Another generation comes with its leader, dies with its leader. So this whole thing of yours of 4 years, 5 years, how long will it take you to build your own house for your own family? 5 years?
No.
How many years?
10 or
15 years.
Yes.
So now try and build a country in 5 years. If you fail to build your own house in 5 years, can you build a country in 5 years?
But I think it is his problem not to streamline the structures.
Until you produce educated, progressive young people who can get into the system to transform it. Don't challenge the leader just for the sake of let's change. Same thing we have in Zimbabwe.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a statement coming from Maponga. I believe the statement is self-explanatory. He has used examples there, illustrations there, which I think, based on your understanding, if you're very keen watching what Joshua Maponga said, I think you agree that he made some sense there. I started off by telling you that there were some reactions to the statement by Museveni. People reacted were Edwin Sifuna. You remember the tweet Edwin Sifuna shared asking Museveni to respect the youthful leaders? There's a statement that Babu OWINO also shared telling Museveni that he does not want to disrespect him because he needs his vote so that he can vote for Raila during the AUC elections. So Babu OWINO was very keen on his reaction on Museveni. I think perhaps that explains why Babu OWINO didn't want to talk bad things about Museveni. But the response that has come from Bobi Wine is not a friendly one. And Bobi Wine decided to hit the nail on the head. And he was very spot on in his attack on Museveni, telling Museveni that he needs to leave Babu OWINO alone. I want to tell you something here. Bobi Wine and Babu OWINO started a movement of youthful leaders of Africa. And there's a time he was invited, I think it could have been in UK or US, to share some of the sentiments or his position on this movement by the youths. Because according to Babu OWINO, according to Bobi Wine, he talked about dictators in Africa who overstay in power. So I think this is the reason why Museveni has regarded Bobi Wine to be an enemy of the NRM. NRM is basically the party that Museveni is heading, the one that took him to power. Mind you, Museveni had to go to the bush to be able to secure the presidency of Uganda, and that's what he did. So there could have been some arrangement there with the West back then, but the West rescinded on an agreement they had, and that explains why you find that there is this division between the two. You know, I agree with Joshua Maponga that the whites don't honor their promises most of the time. That is why people suspect that the promises which Biden made to Ruto, some of them might not be delivered. In fact, people said a 3/4 of the promises he made were just political promises. They might not be delivered. And that explains why maybe Ruto has realized that that's the case, because maybe he was hoodwinked. He felt he was hoodwinked, because ever since that time to now, there has been no meaningful communication between Kenya and the US. So that explains the bad blood that is already being seen, maybe between the two nations. I don't know, but I'm suspecting that's the case. So ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're watching this video and have not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.